Here's the Iran deal for dummies. Let's put it to you that way. I'll do the Iran deal for dummies on the Savage Nation. It'll take about 60 seconds, and I'll give you the two sides. The first side is that of the idiotic liberal who went to Harvard or Berkeley, who thinks that it's a wonderful deal because we're going to avoid war with the terror state of Iran. They say the basis of the framework agreement is that Iran will only be permitted to enrich uranium at the Natanz plant, which is about 150 miles south of Tehran, while the subterranean Fordo nuclear facility will remain open only as a research and nuclear physics laboratory. That's the liberal view. And then they're going to say Iran's heavy water reactor at Iraq will be modified under international supervision. Which degenerate from the UN is going to supervise it, by the way? Huh? Western officials said that the two quisling sides had agreed that the comprehensive settlement would require Iran to dilute or ship abroad most of its stocks of enriched uranium, which is a lie, by the way, because Iran denied that already, and also suspend 2/3 of the 19,000 centrifuges it operates for enrichment. Allegedly, the deal will require them to be monitored for 10 years. And in exchange, Obama gave away the store. All sanctions related to the nuclear program, which severely hampered the Iranian terror state, will be lifted. And while the sanctions will be lifted by Obama on Iran, the sanctions will be lifted on Iran, thereby making the terror state even stronger. We're told by liberals with their heads in the clouds that the framework for those sanctions will remain in place, just in case the terror state of Iran reneges in any part of the final accord. Now let me give you the real side of the story. I'm giving you the Iran deal for dummies on the Savage Nation. First of all, the Iranians will not follow any agreement. They're terrorists. That's number one. They've killed many of our men in Iraq and Afghanistan, in case you don't know it. That's number two. Many of you give money to the Wounded Warriors program. You can thank Obama's friends in Iran for that. They will say one thing, they'll do another, and they don't care what you say about them. This agreement will only enable them to proceed faster towards bomb building. You see, they already have 20% enriched uranium. But peaceful nuclear power facilities use fuel that is only 5% or below enriched uranium. Did you learn that yet from the New York Times? 5% or below is all the enriched uranium that you need for a nuclear power plant. And the Iranian terrorists already have a 20% enriched uranium supply. Now, there's only one reason to have 20% enriched uranium. You know what that is? That's the most difficult stage to arrive at. Going from 0 to 20% takes many years. But going from 20% to 95% plus is much easier and won't take very long. 20% enriched uranium is the first step to 95% enriched uranium, which is weapons grade. Now you understand the Iran nuclear deal for dummies on the Savage Nation. Now, you could say, who cares about it? It's not going to affect us. Even if Iran gets a bomb, so what? I've heard the argument. Well, Israel has one. Russia has them. Pakistan has them. Why shouldn't Iran have the bomb? Well, I've never heard Pakistan, a Muslim country, threaten to annihilate another nation. You ever heard Pakistan say we're going to wipe a nation off the earth? No. Many nations have nukes, but they have responsible leadership. Iran is a terror state run by psychotic throwback religionists. Psychotic throwback religionists. Who does business with them and expects them to follow the letter of an agreement? They won't. Their religion tells them they don't have to. Their religion tells them you can lie, you can cheat, you can steal and get anything you want from a non-Muslim. Check it out. The best defense in certain statements is the truth. See if I'm wrong. See if I'm wrong. Don't tell me what you learned at Harvard. Don't tell me what you learned from your liberal professors at San Diego State University. Just check it out for yourself and you'll see who's right and who's wrong.
Savage.